Evening, everyone. Several people have asked me to talk about the Apkallu, so I figured I'd take a couple minutes and just give a general background to who they were and maybe some of the details about them. So I want to start with Berosus, who wrote around 300 BCE and talked about this group of sages known as the Apkallu, and I'm just going to read some of the text, some of his writing to you. In the first year, an extraordinary monster appeared on the shore of the Red Sea, and its name was Oannes. Its entire body was that of a fish, and underneath his head was a second one, as well as feet similar to those of a man, an image that is still remembered and that is still depicted up to this day. This being lived among the people without eating anything, and taught them writing, science, and technology of all types, the foundation of cities, the building of temples, jurisprudence, and geometry. He also revealed to them how to cultivate grains and how to harvest fruits. In short, he gave them all that constitutes civilized life. He did it so well that ever since, one has found nothing exceptional in it. When the sun set, the monster Oannes plunged back into the sea to pass the night in the water because he was amphibious. Later, similar creatures appeared. And we know from his text that he said there were 7 of them. So we see this fish man creature that comes out of the sea and gives civilization, brings civilizations to the uncivilized Mesopotamian people. We have an exorcistic text that has a mythological section that reads, Adapa, the purification priest of Eridu, who ascended to heaven. Good Lord. Who ascended to heaven. They are the 7 brilliant Apkallus, carps of the sea, 7 Apkallus grown in the river, who ensure the correct functioning of the plans of heaven and earth. We even see this idea in the story of Era and Isham, where Marduk, who's lamenting about the inability of his statue to be remade in such perfect form, now that it's become soiled, where are the 7 sages of the depths, those sacred fish who, like Ea their lord, are perfect in sublime wisdom, the ones who cleansed my person? There's a Seleucid period list that talks about 16 individuals who advise the king. Those that come before the flood and at the flood are called the Apkallu, and we can read them maybe in another video, study them in a little more detail. Adapa, from the Seleucid list, who is Uana or Oannes, was the first, as we saw. And Ea, and later Marduk, who was called the Apkal-ili, who is the Apkallu of the gods. And we see this, for example, in the Code of Hammurabi. May the god Ea, the great prince, whose destinies take precedence, the Apkallu of the gods. So we see that Berosus talks about these early sages, these Apkallu, that, one comes out of the sea, this Oannes, Adapa, who brings civilization to the uncultured people of Sumer. And they're the ones that are responsible for this great civilization that we see. And they come from Ea. And if you look back at the stories about Adapa, for example, you see that Ea is the one that advises Adapa, and Ea is Adapa's lord. And so the Apkallu of the gods, the one who advised the Apkallu that came out of the sea, Oannes, was Ea, and he is the one from whom wisdom ultimately is derived.